Hi guys, me and Sparks are here today to talk about the most common causes of urine spraying and how to tell which one applies to your situation. As with all my videos, I'll try to keep it short and sweet, and we'll be sharing more videos throughout the week on how to overcome the problem. So as always, the first potential cause to consider is whether there may be something medically wrong with your cat. Pain and discomfort can mean a cat needs something extra to make them feel safe and secure, and surrounding themselves with their own scent can be reassuring and can help them to cope. So always seek advice from your vet prior to any behavioural therapy. Once you have the all clear, now's the time to think about what could be the specific cause of the urine spraying. Once you have this information, you can tackle the root of the problem rather than just the behaviour itself, and you'll have much more success in your treatment plan. So in my previous video, I talked about how spraying inside your home is usually an indicator that there is a source of stress in the environment. These stresses are what you need to identify to understand the potential cause of the problem. And with spraying, these stresses can generally be split into two categories, social or environmental. And those can each stem from either inside or outside your home. I'll talk through each of these and give you some examples to help you apply it to your situation. So social factors are probably the most common cause when it comes to spraying. And by this, I mean the spraying cat is upset or intimidated by the presence of another cat or multiple cats. On the inside of your home, this is where the tension is between the cats that are living in the same household. Cats are descended from a solitary species, so although they now have generally evolved the capacity to live happily with other cats, not all cats are open to it, and if they are, the cats are not always compatible. So if they don't consider themselves in the same social group, this is going to raise competition throughout the territory, and euro marking is probably the biggest and most passive-aggressive post-it note claiming what's theirs that they can get. In terms of identifying if this is your cat's problem, sometimes it's obvious when cats aren't getting along. There's often chasing, hissing, growling, and sometimes full-on fights, so it can be very obvious. But other times, Sparkles, cats can be the kings of passive aggression, and sometimes behaviours that look subtle and nonchalant can actually be very intimidating for a cat. For example, blocking important areas of the territory is a very common behaviour between cats, and the cat positioning itself just in front of the litter tray can look very innocent when it's actually very deliberate. Also look out for them staring at each other, as this is a common form of intimidation too, and monopolising the best spots in the house. If your cat is driven off your lap by the sudden appearance of the other, this can be a really stressful situation. In this situation, you're more likely to find that spray marks are located sporadically throughout your home. The second potential cause for spraying is the cat's perceived threat of other cats in the neighbourhood, those that live outside your home. I say perceived as it may be that the cats outside just want to play or mind their own business, but your cat may still find their presence hugely intimidating and feel that their territory is under threat. In this case, you need to look around outside. Are there lots of cats in the area? Do they look in through windows or through the cat flap? Have they done the unspeakable and actually entered your house? If so, this is going to be massively stressful for your cat, and they need to have the biggest no trespassing sign that they can muster. It becomes a little easier to understand why they do this when you imagine how we would feel if a person was peering in through our window or skulking around the garden or even letting themselves into their home. So this is why you can sort of understand why they're going to be spraying to try and keep these cats at bay. Spray marks in this situation are usually made where they consider to be weak points in the territory. So it could be next to the cat flap, by the back door, or on the curtain next to the window, those sorts of external entry and exit points in the territory. As well as social factors, another potential cause is environmental stresses, and again these can be from inside or outside your home. The most common environmental stresses that lead to spraying are those that result in some form of change to the scent profile in the environment, but could be anything that makes the cat feel uncomfortable. So outside stresses could include any building work or renovations, traffic, thunder, fireworks, or so on. Internally, it's more likely to be stresses such as a new baby, new furniture, new smells coming in on our shoes, shopping bags, or even a new washing powder. When this is the cause, sometimes the locations of the spray marks can be obvious. If you put your shopping bags on the kitchen floor and then your cat sprays on them, that's a big telltale sign of what the problem is. Other times it can be more sporadic throughout the home again. If you find that the spray sites are a bit more sporadic throughout the home, it can be a bit more difficult to pinpoint the exact stressor. In this situation, have a think about what's changed in the environment and what the potential stressors that might be there, and have a think about your cat's behaviour in general. Have you noticed that they've changed in any other way? Have they become a bit more withdrawn, or have they been off their food? And that might help you get an idea of what exactly is stressing your cat. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an overview on the most common causes of spraying and some way to determine which applies to your situation. The next step is to use this information to figure out what behavioural treatment advice is going to be relevant to your situation and to go from there. And I'll be covering these treatment options as the week goes on, and hopefully you'll find it helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.